Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. To get us underway. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Oklahoma's offense will go on the attack first. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
They're working that left side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
From the gun, running back gets to give. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught close to the marker, it's Tootin. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast.
There he goes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He wants to throw it again. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Keep bringing the heat like that, you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the back.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Auburn lines up quickly. Jackson gonna throw it. He makes the grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
On target. And they're set up at the 41.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Got his man. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Oh, it's a reverse. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on the slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
After getting nothing, would they try to throw it again on 3rd and 1? They go into the creative space, giving it to the wide receiver. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's something you don't see too often, running reverses on 3rd down, the money down in the red zone. But when you've got ability like this guy has, you just got to find ways to get him the football. After the reverse, open field, he uses the speed and takes it in for the score.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man.
Breaks into the open. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The give to the back. Got enough for the 1st. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Sooners are flying down the field. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Oklahoma! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Pulls it in with one hand. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And the Tigers will hustle to the line.
Well, that's about as impressive as a short gainer catch as you're ever going to see. I mean, didn't get the first, didn't go very far downfield, but it was pretty looking. Caught it with one hand. I mean, I guess there's that.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you could see sitting back in cover two, understanding I got to get in my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker. Nice pick.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
The run from the shotgun. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense picking up steam. First and 10 from the 31. Might be calling a hot route. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. And now on second down for this offense. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Give to the running back. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So here comes the Auburn offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Still on his feet at the 40. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Now the play fake. Finds his man in the middle. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Nice move to pick up yardage. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Jackson will throw. Touchdown, Auburn! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Oh, they're after him. First down and more. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
The Sooners want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Wide receiver going in motion. He's got the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Trying to keep the drive alive. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but, I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this, and listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane.
Got it inside the 10, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! Let's see, he can block, he can catch, he can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives them some more room to work. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Got rid of it just in time.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it here.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. And one thing we know about this junior signal caller, he is capable of putting on an aerial show. He's guided his offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He'll set up to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that 1st down marker. 4th down coming. The Sooners will call on their punt team. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Jackson will throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Off-play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Line gets set, 1st down. He'll try to do it himself.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Just feeds the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. It's complete to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was
turning it on. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Auburn offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's the handoff. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. So now it's 2nd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This guy's been around a while and in his junior season showing complete command of the offense. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. Finds his man. It's Green. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time.
There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hill. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. The Sooners come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He wants to change this route. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to them.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that lead grows even bigger. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. One more snap coming before halftime. These corners going to give them some space. Jackson will throw. Bringing the heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think that if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. From the gun, give on the inside. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Now adjusting. Slings it downfield. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Unleashes one deep. And that ball is hauled in the end. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was... Challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this game.
Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And his 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Jackson gonna throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He gets a block. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Zings it complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Sooners are on the move. looking to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Makes the grab on the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and take it back. Makes a move. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Split backs here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to fourth. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 12 to Ole Miss. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Running back searching for a hole. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Here's the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing.
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They're working that left side. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Jackson will throw. Gets it out quickly. Hard running there. Hard-hitting tackle.
The hardest thing to do in college football is tackle on the open field. These guys are so fast, so elusive. You just want to get them on the ground. You see the swing and the miss there. It leads to extra yards. So hard for a defense to get those guys on the ground.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in 4th down territory. It's 4th and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in 4th and short.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Jackson going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners are on the move. They'll send the back in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. Turning it on. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Sixth play of the drive coming up. They'll toss it to the left. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies. So
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And after that last touchdown toss, look out. Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
Nice job executing all of the assignment. Put a stop to that return at the 22. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Jackson will throw. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He's going to take off. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Really good job by this defense. 3rd down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big 3rd down stop.
Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on day.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. On the option. He'll pitch it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. His field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. And it slips just inside that right upright. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figure